It's game time. And time for Record Journal, Athletes of the Week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Bryant Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal, and welcome back to the Record Journal Athlete of the Week show. It is good to be back. Aaron, my man, it feels like forever and a day since we were here last with our Athlete of the Week show, and it was a little doubtful we would see a winter season. It was delayed, but it is here. The kids are playing. They're wearing masks. Our heart breaks, of course, for the wrestlers who are not having a season, just as it broke for the football players in the fall not having their season. But by and large, the kids are finding a way to do it. The coaches are finding a way to get it done. AD's doing what they got to do. Big lesson in sacrifices, perhaps, is maybe one little silver lining in this terrible time that we're going through. But we're back. The kids are playing. And Aaron, man, I had you and Sean all over the place. And I'll tell you, we had a lot of worthy candidates right off the bat for week one here in the winter season. Let's get right after it. And I'll tell you, we're not messing around here. You know, with the girls, we got some heavy hitters right away because you know what? They're out of the gate. They're playing well, including our reigning Record Journal Girls Basketball Player of the Year. She is, of course, Miss Caitlyn Hunt from Sheehan High School. Caitlyn, 15 points on opening night, 15 points again against Guilford, another 15 last night against North Haven. We're filming this, obviously, on Wednesday morning. Caitlyn Hunt, what's she averaging, Aaron? Simple math there. 15.0 points a game for Miss Caitlyn Hunt. She and the Sheehan Titans off to a 3-0 start. Caitlyn, how you been, kid? You're playing good basketball again. No surprise there. Your girls nominee, number one, here in week one. Our second nominee hails from the west side of Meriden. She is a senior forward, and her name is Miss Aaliyah Burnley. She's been here before because she's really good not only in basketball but in volleyball. An all-RJ volleyball player, off to a good start in basketball. Platt Maloney on opening night went head-to-head, and the front court dominance was really the story for Platt. Alexia West and Wallach Bailey and Miss Aaliyah Burnley. She had 13 points and 14 rebounds that night. Big double-double for Aaliyah, and that's why we're going with you, girl, as girls nominee number two here in week one. Third and final nominee, we're good to see this young lady back. She got hurt late last year, and once she went out, her team really, really missed her. She is, of course, from Southington, Miss Kelly Marshall. The Blue Knights back on the Marshall plan. Opening night, she had 12 points and 9 rebounds against New Britain. And then a couple nights later, against Plainville, an even bigger game with 14 points and 15 rebounds. Blue Knights beat New Britain. They lost to Plainville in overtime. They were 1-1 going into tonight's game against Bristol Central. Miss Kelly Marshall, it is good to see you. No longer trundling around on crutches, but back out there getting it done for the Lady Knights. There you have our girls nominees. Miss Hunt, Miss Burnley, and Miss Marshall. Who are you going to vote for? 6 o'clock tonight. You're going to go on myrecordjournal.com at 6 o'clock. You've got a couple hours to decide who you want to vote for. You got till Sunday. In the meantime, ponder this. Our boys nominees. Another 3-0 team out of the gate. Who? The Lyman Hall Trojans. And you know who's making it go for Lyman Hall? The senior captain, the point guard right here, Mr. Tyler Voizine. We just wrote about Tyler because he's going up to Curley College to play next year. But in the meantime, he's got a senior season to play, and he's playing very well. Opened with 18 points against Hand, 18 against Brantford. He had 17 last night against, Aaron, you know what Lyman Hall played last night? I do. They played Hamden, and they won. They're 3-0. Tyler Voizine off to a great start. Got to give a little shout-out to our man Jaden Collingham, who also played very well. 12 points last night against Hamden. For now, Tyler Voizine, boys nominee number one. Boys nominee number two, one of my favorite names on the local block, Mr. Isaiah Thomas from Wilcox Tech. When I hear Isaiah Thomas, I think Detroit Pistons 1980. That's how old I am. This latest Isaiah Thomas, off to a good start, just like he was last year, had a great junior season. He is their point guard. The Indians are off to a 2-1 start. They lost to Cheney on opening night. They've bounced back, and they've beaten Caner Tech twice, including last night. And in each game, Isaiah keeps scoring more and more points. 12 on opening night, 14 against Caner the first time around, 15 last night against Caner. Isaiah, good to have you back. You were a nominee last year. You're a nominee again. Isaiah Thomas from Wilcox Tech, boys nominee number two. Now, that's 5 kids in the block so far, and you say, wait, Carpenter, it's basketball. What gives? We got all these great hockey teams out there. We got Sheehan Hockey that scores about 9,000 goals a game. All true. But this, our final nominee, we're going to go over inside to the pool. And by the way, Aaron, that's been one of your favorite assignments, hasn't it been, going into those nice warm pools? Our Meriden Co-op team, Coach Ed Heath, his team got off to a 1-0 start with a win over Lewis Mills. A lot of good swimmers on that team, Sam Hurlbut and Joe Peralta. But you know what we're going with? Here we go, the rookie, young Johnny Peralta. Yes, John Peralta won 2 races in his first varsity meet. Also swam on 2 first-place relays. Outstanding. He won the 100 free, and he won the 200 free. Now, his big brother Joe's going to get mad right now, but I got to tell it like it is. John outswam his big brother to win the 200. But you know, John, Joe, you know how it works with brothers. The kid brother's always got to be better because he has to. He's got to prove he belongs. Got to prove he hangs. Look at it this way, Joe. You pushed your brother to get first to that wall, and then maybe next time he pushes you to get first to the wall. For now, it's the kid, Johnny Peralta, boys nominee number 3 here in week 1. All right, and there it is. We're back. Hey, Aaron, we're back. I didn't screw up once in our first show back in about 2 months. So much for rust. Just like our kids. They're out there playing, man. They had to wait for the season to start. Man, they didn't even show any signs of rust getting back at it. And that is a beautiful thing to see. On that note, I'm going to silence myself, take a night breath, and say, at 6 o'clock as you see this Wednesday night, myrecordjournal.com/sports. You go there, you vote between now and Sunday at midnight. We had some good voting in the fall. We got some good candidates here to start the winter season. So I know you're going to go online and you're going to vote. We'll bring you the winners next week and our next slate of candidates in week 2. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we really can't get into school to interview the kids, but we got to find a way to get our winners noted, right, Aaron? Yeah, maybe we'll take them out to lunch when this thing is all over with. Have them up the Record Journal for pizza and hot dogs. I don't know. That's a decision for another day. For now, your decision, myrecordjournal.com. Vote for this week's Athletes of the Week. Hey, and that's a wrap, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. My best to my man, Aaron and Sean Krofsick, Ronnie Buck. These guys are out there getting back after it, and it's good to see you kids playing again. Be good. Wait, that is not a wrap. We have got a correction to make. We're going to make it right now. Mr. Isaiah Thomas from Wilcox Tech. Yeah, we were wrong on his points. I was wrong on his points. Isaiah, I apologize to you, and I hope it doesn't cost you votes, and I hope people are seeing this now. Here's the true story. Isaiah Thomas, 14 points opening night against Cheney. Against Kaner the next night, 15 points. And then last night against Kaner, 18 points. That's 14, 15, and 18. Not 12, 14, and 15. Whatever I said. I was wrong. Isaiah was right on the money in those games to get Wilcox out to a 2-1 start. So let the record stand corrected. So let the Athletes of the Week voting begin. Be good.